Of the year.
Fastest year went, but what it is. So anyway, I would like to have Chris lead us in the flag salute. Pledge of allegiance.
So everybody's got a hat on now, so I don't need to ask you to remove your hats. If you would repeat after me with your hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight. We're in a real brief session, and then we're going to enjoy some food. I mean, Chris is going to sing for us afterwards.
All right.
So at this point, I think we need to have the roll call. You can assist us with that.
I can. Don Henry.
Here.
Chris Udall.
Here.
Catherine Segura.
Here.
Cliff Grimes.
Here.
Scott Keller is not here. And I am. So that gives us 5 out of 6 members, so a quorum is
Form
established.
established. Great. Okay. So first off, we have recognition of Candy Clement. And she's not here.
Yeah, she's not here, so we've got a little recognition of her for her years of service.
And we'll still-
So we'll give that to Catherine. You said you would give that to her?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Wrapping up
Appreciate it.
Christmas paper.
For sure. I wish she could be here tonight, but she's not. So, next up, we have recognition of Trish Brewer. Oh. Trish.
You have to stand on your head.
You are irreplaceable.
Stand up.
But we're gonna, yeah, oh yeah, this is.
Let's
this
go
is official.
over
Oh, gotta be a podium.
here.
We have the, no.
That's it. That's
I'll say it's made out of non-Henry. But, here we go, let's see, what you.
Let's pull it out.
Don't drop in it. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow. Man, that is beautiful.
that's sweet. All right.
Big material.
Well, I'll read it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
In recognition of Trish Brewer for your dedication and support of the Agua-Dulce community throughout your ownership of the Agua-Dulce hardware store, with gratitude, Agua-Dulce Town Council,
Thank you very much.
2024.
I love the blue.
Isn't that
I
great?
thought you might like that.
That's
Awesome. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. And I
All right,
Got it.
all right, perfect.
And then, but don't go anywhere. I think we've got something else.
Little something.
We're in the box with the China shop, so.
I'm so happy to be here. For anyone that may not know, I'm Isabel. I'm here on behalf of Supervisor Barbara tonight. I'm so happy to be here. I've heard a lot of great things about you. The supervisor would love to be here herself. She loves this community. She loves Agua-Dulce. She loves being here. It's truly people like you that make up this great community. Community members that continue to give, business community members that continue to give to the community. So we're so grateful for all your service, and I'm so happy to meet the new couple
owners.
that's
It's like
taken
the
over.
best people ever to
We
flip out the store.
see your
Best.
stores in great hands.
Yes, great
So,
hands.
on behalf of Supervisor Barbara, I want to present you with this certificate in recognition of all your hard work for many, many years.
Thank you so much. Wow, that's so beautiful.
Okay, now I think we need to have a picture.
I'm not good at smiling.
The old and
With
new.
the old and new.
There you go, old and new. This is official.
Perfect. Okay.
All right,
Yeah, thank you.
And Don, you too.
me too?
Yeah.
Oh, and
Okay.
Isabel, there we go.
Awesome. Oh, you guys have got such good smiles. Excellent.
Good.
Congratulations.
All right. Real shoes to fill.
Yeah, I'm thankful that you guys bought the store because it's just like, it's in such good hands and just like you guys came from out of nowhere. Took it and ran with it. I'm just so happy.
Pretty good. You need some time off.
Well, and it's so critical, in other words, it's so critical to have a hardware store. Otherwise, they hit me. I'm sitting there and put a pump system together. Oh yeah, can you thread this nipple or can you do that? No, get out of here.
I remember back when we first started with the PSPS, because that's vivid in my mind these days. And you had no power, the cash register wasn't working, but you were in there with flashlights because everybody needed something. And the same thing with the freeze.
Yeah,
When
that's true.
that
Nobody likes the
nobody
freeze.
understands that water freezes at 32 degrees. But you've always been there, so.
This community is awesome, first of all, and I like helping people, so.
Well, and you were gifted. I mean, you were so special as far as knowing. No, that's not a pipe fitting. That's an electrical fitting. You know,
I learned a lot.
And just
From you, call those calls to you every time the hardware store needed the pump fixed, and we're out of water, I called Don and he walks me through.
Yeah, take this, put this here, take that there. You know, you were like a portable serviceman. I would send her down to the well, and she would send me pictures on her phone. Turn this here, turn that, But anyway, we had a good time.
Yeah, it was really fun, yeah.
But I remember, thinking back to the origination, Jimmy Lane he was the first operator. And Justin used to go there when he was this tall.
Wow.
And Justin used to fill his pockets up with nuts and bolts. And they were in his overalls. And next thing you know, and Jimmy would say, it's no big deal, but you go ahead, you know how Jimmy's attitude was.
Yes.
Go ahead, it's no big deal. He waits on him on the phone, then he goes back behind the counter. It's like, everything's free, huh?
A lot of kids think that.
Yeah. And so it was something where, and then it was good that you were a hands-on person that understood, because rural is different than city.
So different.
And it's hard to get, I always tell people when they come in the office, I go, you got a 2-year proving time to where, you may not make it here. And it's something where, you got to put up with the wind, the trash pickup, your well, your septic system, the dirt road, the fencing, the fire department, the rattlesnakes that always get you around. And after they've been here for 2 years, that's what it is. And that's what
Some love it and some just like.
Right, a lot of them, after 2 years, some of them are.
They're back in Encino or wherever, and that's fine. But, they don't believe me, and they think it's gonna cost them the same as it did, the same to live out here as it did when they lived in Stevenson Ranch.
No.
No, well, you got propane, you got this, you got fire insurance, all the things. I go, if you put away $1,000 extra a month, you're pretty close. They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm just telling you.
It's so worth it though.
Otherwise, they get so frustrated when they get hit with a, $4,000 septic system repair. It's like, we can't put up with it. Well.
Or they have to drill a new well.
Don, look how many people moved up here during COVID because they wanted out of the city.
Well, and
they're gone.
They had a different idea of what hospitals.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of them moved out here from Glendale.
Yeah.
Thinking they would buy a grow house, And they realized, it takes water to make those plants grow.
Really?
And
A lot of water.
yeah, a lot of water. And electricity and air conditioning and generator, but anyway, great. Well,
Thank you.
I hate to see you go, but it was great when you were there.
It was so fun.
Yeah, you had a good thing going.
Yeah.
And the next owners are gonna enjoy it. just
Yeah,
as
we're,
much.
we're so happy that
Well, they're wonderful.
We try.
they're part of the community already.
Yeah, and having two people like we did in the beginning, it really helps, and she's a really good marketer. And like, I never did any of that, you know, there's people, you know, far and wide that on a Saturday or Sunday looking for a grade 8 bull, that if they knew it was here, they would drive 20, 30 minutes.
Well, when the Newhall,
Right, live here.
when the Newhall hardware store closed,
Yeah.
that was a lot of additional business
Yeah.
for me, because it was the
That was
same
the
type of
best.
thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you go to Home Depot, you're not gonna get any of that stuff. You get little bags, a little thing, you know, everything you don't need, you know, they got right there.
Well, you need 4 and they have bags of 3, that's like always the problem.
Buy buns.
I heard people say that they had like a club in the back of Newhall hardware store.
Club.
The club, I don't know.
Yeah.
You mean the guys that met over the peanuts?
No, I think it was a little risque.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was told.
That's bad.
A lot of hammering.
You could go in there and buy a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, it was the craziest thing. You know, oh, go to the mall. And then the
Yeah.
funny thing when you heard they were closing, what?
I know. I've heard it from more than one person that said they had this after hours thing. Interesting.
Could have, yeah.
Oh, I just can't imagine that.
But, I mean, okay, so now, with the recognitions all done, we have the installation of the elected council members.
Yay.
So at this time, I'd like to have Cliff Grimes via FaceTime,
FaceTime.
Mary Johnson, and Catherine Segura. Please
Okay,
be honored
we'll take Cliff
in the
over
middle of the
here.
stage. Several times.
Okay, and Cliff's on. Cliff's on.
Cliff's on
Yeah,
mic.
just gonna listen?
Yes, he's gonna listen and he'll raise his hand when you tell him to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do our little swearing in here on behalf of the supervisor, okay?
Great.
Okay, raise your right hand, and I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, just quick and easy, and you guys are gonna respond. Really
Okay.
easy. Mary Johnson, Cliff Grimes, and Catherine Segura. As a member of the Agua Dulce community, do you solemnly swear and commit to fulfill your leadership role on the Agua Dulce Town Council?
I do. Yes.
And do you acknowledge that you have volunteered to serve this board and the residents of Agua Dulce, that they will look to you to lead and uphold community ideals?
I do. Yes. Yes.
And, and do you hereby make plain that you will be a responsible, forthright, dedicated, and an honest member of the Agua Dulce Town Council, listening to all community ideas and concerns?
Yes, I do.
Then, as Supervisor Barber's deputy for the Santa Cruz Valley, I hereby charge each of you to uphold the principle and spirit of the words you have just spoken and certify you as duly elected. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Cliff, you're in.
Thank you. Wonderful. It's official. It's in record. Oh, he's still talking. That brings us to
Favorite parts?
the election of the officers that are going to serve the town council for the 2025 year. So first up, we have nominations are open for president.
And I nominate Don Henry and move that they be closed.
I don't know if they can do that. And you seconded it?
Yeah. I did it quickly.
Those in favour excluding Don, say aye.
Alright, so, okay. Yeah.
We're hungry.
All those in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Alright. I guess that's it. Okay. And secretary, I'd like to nominate Mary Johnson.
I'd like
And
to second
also like
I
to
third
move that the nomination be closed.
I second
We have 2 seconds over here.
Well, Chris seconded also,
I did it
All
third.
those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, he said aye. Okay. Treasurer, you know, Chris did a wonderful job. He's just getting warmed up. In fact, we still haven't gotten that name card changed over yet, but we didn't want to rush into it.
Yeah.
But I was Chris as treasurer.
I think that's a grand idea.
Yeah,
And I'd like to move that the motions be, that the nominations be closed.
Yes.
Everybody agree with
I
that?
second it.
Okay, and all those in favor of Chris, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
We didn't ask
Fair enough.
you. Your vote doesn't count. And clerk, now we really haven't gone over the clerk's duties.
No.
But I think we can do that in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, so as clerk, in the nominations, who would like to nominate who?
Catherine Segura.
Okay?
I'm not seconding it.
I'll say aye.
All right, you want to move that the nominations be closed?
Yes.
And do I have a second on that?
Yeah, I'll say.
Second, Chris. All right, all those in favor of Catherine?
Motion, isn't it?
That's what I
All
was-
those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, she's in there. Well, that was quick. Okay, so now, we're gonna read the Agua Dulce charter, between the three of us, you, me, and Mary. And I just, just for no reason.
Part of,
Three of us.
part of our charter that we
Yeah,
have to do
This
this, so.
is the deal.
Okay, we will read the charter.
Yeah, okay. So, Chris, you want to begin, and we'll just go
I'll
on.
let the phone do it.
Oh, you want to let them do it?
Or you want me to read it myself? Okay. Right.
Doesn't matter to me.
All right, this is the charter for the Agua Dulce Town Council. It's a ripping yarn. It was approved and adopted on September 21st of 1991. Section A, the purpose of this charter. Number 1, this charter creates an Agua Dulce Town Council. Number 2, this charter establishes requirements upon the Town Council as to its operation. Number 3, this charter requires the Town Council to create bylaws and that the bylaws be in accordance with the requirements listed herein. Number 4, this charter establishes boundaries for the Agua Dulce area of representation.
B,
Carry on.
no, Agua Dulce area of representation. Agua Dulce area of representation includes the Agua Dulce Community Standards District as defined by Los Angeles County Code, section 2244113. And in addition, includes neighborhoods outside of the Community Standards District as defined by the attached Exhibit A. I didn't print that.
Okay, C, amendments to this charter. 1, charter amendments shall be by a 2/3 majority of those eligible participating registered voters. The term eligible registered voters, as used herein, is defined as those registered by the County of Los Angeles to vote in Agua Dulce. 2, amendments to this charter may be made by eligible registered voters of Agua Dulce, either by referendum or by general election called by the town council.
D, purpose of the Agua Dulce Town Council. 1, to serve as a common meeting place for the free expression of all views and for the coming together of diverse opinions into a consensus. 2, to discuss issues concerning Agua Dulce, to invite participation by the public, civic and private organisations. 3, to serve as Agua Dulce's representative and to speak on behalf of the community. 4, to review public and private proposals that may affect the community. 5, to neither support nor oppose any political party or candidate.
Okay, and E is Town Council bylaws. The Town Council shall create and amend as necessary a set of bylaws by which it shall conduct its affairs. The bylaws shall be in accordance with this charter and shall define as a minimum the structure of the town council, including committees, the duties of its members and employees, how it shall conduct its business, disciplining, removing, and replacing town council members. Definition of quorum, community voting procedure for town council members, and for referendums and rules of order.
F, election of town council members. 1, the town council shall consist of 7 members elected by the registered voters of Agua Dulce. Town council bylaws shall set forth how vacancies will be filled. 2, at the first election to establish a town council, 7 members shall be elected. The 4 receiving the largest number of votes shall be elected to serve for 2 years, the remaining 3 to be elected to serve for 1 year. As terms expire, an annual election will be required to fill the vacant seats. 3, candidates for town council shall be eligible registered voters whose legal residence has been within Agua Dulce for 1 year or more prior to registration for candidacy. The election committee shall verify the eligibility of all candidates. 4, as the first order of business, the first meeting of each newly elected town council shall include the swearing in and reading and discussion of this charter, bylaws, and rules of order. 5, all candidates shall pay an application fee of $50 or as determined by the town council. 6, no candidate for town council shall be a member of the election committee.
G, town council records. All town council records shall be maintained in writing by the town council, and those records shall be available to the public upon request.
H, the town council. The town council shall operate according to the rules of order established by the town council bylaws. The town council shall announce town council members' speaking time limits at the beginning of each meeting, including committee meetings, as defined by the town council bylaws. No member, number 3, no member of the town council may speak or write in the name of the town council unless specifically authorized by a majority of the town council members.
I, participation of the public in town council meetings. 1, all town council meetings shall be publicized. An agenda shall be posted in a public place prior to all meetings. Council meetings and council committee meetings shall be open to the public. 2, all town council meeting agendas shall include an open forum for public input. 3, individuals and group representatives may request and shall receive permission to address the council. All speakers shall be limited to a specific length of time as announced at the beginning of the council meeting. 4, individuals and group representatives may request that the town council place specific issues on the agenda at a future meeting. The town council may not refuse any reasonable request.
By the way, I should have said this earlier, if any of you know the words and want to sing along. J, referendums. Each referendum petition shall require the signatures of 30% of the eligible registered voters as determined by the election committee. The election committee shall verify all signatures on all petitions and shall declare to the town council for the record whether or not the petitions are valid. The town council then must schedule a formal public hearing, town hall, on any valid petition followed by a community vote. The council must then act in accordance with the wishes of the voters. Acceptable referendum subjects and requirements of passage are as follows. Number 1, unpopular decisions made by the council. Simple majority of the participating voters. Number 2, issues that the council has refused to consider. Simple majority of the participating voters. 3, recall of council members. 2/3 of the participating voters. 4, amendments to the charter. 2/3 of the participating voters. 5, irregularities as perceived by the community. Simple majority of the participating voters.
K, election committee. Pursuant to this charter, the election committee shall supervise all votings, elections, and referendums, shall review all petition signatures to assure their validity, and shall maintain a current list and number of registered voters in Agua Dulce. 2, the election committee shall consist of representatives from all Agua Dulce organizations and all members of the community who wish to participate. There shall be no limit to the number of committee members. Election committee members shall be eligible registered voters. 3, the chairperson of the election committee shall be selected by the committee for a term of 1 year and shall be installed by the town council. The town council bylaw 4, to be implemented by the election committee. 5, the election committee shall report to the town council upon request. 6, all election committee records shall be maintained in writing with the town council records. Next is the map of Exhibit A, which I think we all know what the maps are. You know, you go on our website and it'll show you a little map. So that concludes the reading of the charter. Are there any questions or additions or questions regarding the Brown Act or bylaws or anything of that nature? If not, you can bring them to the next meeting, we'll discuss them, and if need be, we will address those issues. Okay, so that moves us on to the agency reports. First agency report is that Los Angeles County Sheriff Resident Deputy Martinez, who I don't think is here, okay, I wish him a Merry Christmas. California Highway Patrol, Officer Allen, okay. Los Angeles County Fire Department, Community Service Representative. That's good. Uh-oh, you got the floor, we're ready for that report.
Oh, shoot. I have Maria coming shortly.
Oh, she is coming.
Maria is coming, yeah. She's been busy out at the fire in Malibu.
Yeah.
But she broke away for a little bit to come out here with you guys tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
We will stop.
How's it going out there?
We're getting there. We're getting a few more days of mop up and get things kind of cleaned up and get utilities back up and so forth. But we're doing well. Luckily, we got a little reprieve from the wind.
Yeah.
And
It was looking not
we should be
good.
doing good.
Do they know what the cause was? Or?
They don't. It's still under investigation. Still working on investigation there, but considering the wind that we had and considering the conditions that we had, we did fairly well. So.
That's great.
Yep. And we kind of got through this event. Lost the wind kind of this afternoon, so we're definitely turning the corner on this one, and they're talking about maybe some rain on the weekend.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, good.
We'll see what it brings. I don't think it'll be enough to bring
No.
to bring us out of the season, but
Right,
anything would be good right now.
definitely. So we appreciate that report.
If you're okay, we'll just wait for Maria to come, and then we'll let her do it when she gets here, and then I can have some stuff on the backside if you want.
Perfect.
All right, good to see you guys.
You too. Glad you came.
There it is. The Dulce Library report. Librarian Jim Wall.
In person.
In person.
See, he has to stand next to the TV so we can see him.
Yeah, just so it feels like I'm virtual. I'll keep it brief this time, there's not too much. As you know, all library programs are on the website, lacountylibrary.org, click the events button, everything is there. Do want to make sure you guys are aware of upcoming holidays. Christmas Day, December 25th, and New Year's Day, January 1st, will be closed. And then also Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. The 24th and 31st, the library will be closing early at 5 p.m. So it's an annual thing, we close out early every year on that service. So, but other than that, that's what I've got.
Good.
Unless you guys got questions for me.
You still have COVID test?
I have them coming out of my ears. So I don't want to say don't go support local business, but if you don't want to pay $20 a box, mine are free.
Hey, it would be good Christmas presents.
Put a bow on it?
Everybody would love to get
A
one of those.
stocking stuffer.
It will fit in the stocking, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is the library doing any events for the holidays?
We've always got a bunch of programming going on. We always tail off a little bit right about now because history has proven to me over the years, nobody comes. But we did just have this past weekend, we had our annual gingerbread program. People came, make gingerbread houses and decorate them at grand time. Takes over the meeting room, uses lots of crumbs and candy and wrappers all over.
How was
Yeah.
the attendance?
It was good. I want to say it was about 50 people.
Oh,
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That's great.
So, yeah. Upcoming ones, the next big program I've got coming up, I can't tell you there. It's early January, but we're doing a telescope program. We're going to be looking at Mars.
Oh, wow.
So I'll have that up there, and then we'll have a documentary on the TV. I'll have a bunch of information about it, and you take some time to check it out in the telescope, like with your own eyeball, and learn about it in some other ways. So,
And if you're going to get books for Christmas.
Well, I don't see any questions here, so have yourself a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
And we'll see you in 2025. We appreciate the report,
Of course.
as usual. Now we have 5th District report by Isabel.
Thank you, Dawn. I kind of thought today was just that special stuff in this morning, so I don't have too much prepared, but I will share one important thing. I don't know how much you guys have been keeping up with the busy holidays, but the supervisor did take her position as chair of the board a couple weeks ago. So she's starting off strong. She's busy. We're looking at a really busy year. One of the big things she's done already is reinstating board meetings consistently every Tuesday. Over the last couple of years with different chairs, they've kind of changed up that regular schedule. We've had days, some Tuesdays where they've just been canceled, some Tuesdays where they're closed sessions with just the board and no opportunity for public comment. So she's made it pretty consistent where almost every single Tuesday out of the year, there's going to be a regular board meeting with public comment available to everyone. So yeah, that's it. And it's kind of a little bit slow on our end too. So I'll update you guys more in January with what's going on.
Great, sounds good, look forward to that, thank you. And thank you for participating.
Of course.
Next up, we have California 34th Assembly District Assembly Member Tom Lackey.
Oh, boy.
Speech given by Carlo Messina.
Good evening, everybody. Carlo Vassallo for Assemblyman Tom Lackey. First order of business, which is why I did not dress up in a tie, is this will be my last month as Assemblyman Tom Lackey's representative. There's a new person coming out to replace me, and probably be Angela Allen. Yeah, I had to make it out here to say goodbye. It's been a pleasure to be here. Huh? Oh.
You'll be here anyway.
That's true. But on the legislative side, there is no legislature currently in session. They are in session, but they've taken the holidays off. There is some talk of bills that are coming up that the governor would like, but one house or the other is blocking it. And we'll see more about it on the news before you hear from me, I'll tell you that. The only thing that really came up that the Assemblyman has been active on is there was a push to place sexually violent predators throughout the Antelope Valley, and he's gone down and spoken against this. He says, go back to the county that you offended, that's his big thing.
Yeah.
Because about half of these people actually are from Visalia or Butte County or something like that. All of a sudden, they get out of jail and they go, you know, I really would like to be in Little Rock. Okay, but anyway, so he's opposed that program and there's some pushback. We'll know more about it, but you might hear about it in the papers and stuff like that. And then the other thing that he's been and he's really been vocal about this, is the low carbon fuel standards that the CARB has recently passed. If you guys obviously are aware, the CARB pretty much dictates what kind of fuels we have, what kind of engines run in our cars, what kind of generators we can have in the future. I think there's a cutoff time for gasoline powered generators a year or two from now. And the CARB was deciding to take a vote on a lower pollutant standard, which sounds fantastic, you know, cleaner air, everybody's for that, cleaner water, everybody's for that. But this one was so low and that the Assemblyman felt that it might be impacting the price and availability of fuels for especially for his district. The Antelope Valley District, I know we're part of it, you feel it because we drive 45, 50 miles every day. Well, up in the Antelope Valley, they drive 15 or 20 miles beyond that every day, one way. So their average commute is, for a lot of people, is fantastically high. And for them to pay, for everybody in California to pay 50, 60 cents more a gallon. And that's not immediate, but that's the projection for the next 2-3 years. That little by little, the price will be increasing. And he just feels that it's unfair, and there's got to be more, they got to look into more of the economic impact versus the pollution impact. And I saw him on a couple of programs already, so he's been pretty vocal. I'm not the only one. I didn't want to surprise you, but you look for him when you see him. All right, and that is a great interview on California Insider, if anybody sees it. All right, great. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate your service.
Yeah, and our office number is 267-7636, 661-267-7636. I have business cards. If you guys want to get a hold of the Assemblyman or is the office, even into the next month, the number's not going to change. But if we can help you with the constituent care, maybe something on the freeway. My favorite one is the graffiti. We have a really fast action on that one. I couldn't believe it. You call them up and it's like The next day it's done. But, so I'm glad to hear that. If you guys have things like that, call our office. And if it comes up, there's a pothole in your street, and you think it's a state highway, but it turns out to be somebody else, we know who to call to direct that phone call to. All right? So keep us in mind. Thank you very much.
Marlo. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay. Next up, we have 23rd Senate District Senator Suzette Martinez Valadares reports from her.
Yeah, she just got sworn in, so,
Okay, so that's not,
work on getting.
she's not gonna make it here.
No.
Okay. How about the 27th Congressional, Mike Garcia, is Jackie?
Their office closed.
Yeah.
And his, he is done in January, so in January we'll.
Santa Clara River Watershed Area Steering Committee, Measure W Watershed Coordinator, Peter, he's coming.
Yeah, Peter.
But we've got Amanda. Is she got anything?
She's got it. If, the only thing she would talk about is if you had more water
Yep.
recently, get your grant request in to be reimbursed.
Yeah, and that goes until December 30th.
December 30th.
Okay, so if anybody, and I think it's pretty healthy, I mean, it's like up to $2,500
Yep.
back.
Mhm.
So that definitely, I mean, I know the water haulers have had to increase their rates due to the CARB initiative, I hate to say it. A lot of them had to park their trucks or buy new trucks. So instead of a $30,000 truck, it's $300,000. So instead of $50 a load of water, it's $350 a load of water. So that, yeah, that's if you can get it, and they're backed up. So, well, several of them charge by the hour now. Whoa. Yeah, so you want to make sure the gates open, the doors away, you know, cars out of the way.
Make it easy.
The hose is stretched out there.
Low traffic hour.
Oh, that's it.
You're on the street diverting traffic.
Come at 3 o'clock.
Traffic's coming.
Okay, so, and that's on their website, anybody who's interested, and the link to their website's on our website. So you can go to our website and fill out that form. It's about 8 pages.
Yeah,
No big deal.
easy.
Okay, so, all right, so that moves us on to, we're gonna wait for Maria, but we'll stop eating when she shows up, even if we start eating, we can do that. We'll be cordial. President report, future meeting format. Boy, didn't know we were gonna talk about that.
Well, we need input from the community.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Because
Here's what we've noticed, is that we have in-person meeting and 3 people show up, unless there's food or Christmas around the corner, right? We have a Zoom meeting, Zoom only, 25 to 30 participants.
Yeah.
And everybody, you know, they're in their bathrobe or whatever, they can chime in and give their 2 cents, and to me, that's what we're here for. I mean, we're here to hear from people. The other thing is that the people that take the time to come to our meetings in person, when someone is online, they get the same time that the person who took the time to come here in person did. And that doesn't seem quite fair. So I think I'm leaning towards Zoom, but you said that there's some issue.
Yeah, per the Brown Act, all decisions need to be made in person at a public meeting. What we have done in the past is we were meeting virtually, and then every quarter we had an in-person meeting. At that in-person meeting, we reapproved all the motions that we made at our virtual meetings. So we were able to do that in public if it was an issue. That way then we're following the letter of the Brown Act. But I think we could do that even with, instead of meeting quarterly, if we met twice a year in person. And I really think from a community standpoint, virtual is just so much easier and easier to participate in. And a lot of times people are a little hesitant to come in person and speak, where if they're on a Zoom call, they might not be comfortable showing their face, but they will speak. So Zoom really has worked for the best participation. So if we could maybe switch over to doing Zoom 2 times a year.
In person.
In person. Yes, in person 2 times a year. And we'll still have a hybrid, except for the December meeting.
Right.
But maybe June or July, whenever we would do that, that would be a hybrid meeting, so you could still participate online, but we would actually be in person.
Okay. All right, well,
And we always have the option, if something particularly
Correct.
crazy comes up, that we can just have an in-person meeting.
Right, and we're always available for a town hall in that respect also. If there's something important that needs to be discussed in person, we've got that option.
well, I noticed that the participation factor on Zoom, we had 25 to 30 people versus 3 that would show up
And
here.
a lot of times the 3 are you agency guys.
Yeah, agency
We
guys.
love seeing you.
Yeah,
Love it.
but, and they have to take time out.
Right.
And to show up here. So, I'm all in favor with.
Yeah, it's
as
easier
much-
for them too,
As
I'm
much
sure.
Zoom as possible. But I think we have.
If anybody out
You
there,
guys think-
any,
I love the Zoom meetings, because you can do the stuff that you need to be doing in the evening.
Yeah.
And you have time for both, because you can, still have it on.
And if you only want to tune in for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, fine. Otherwise, you come here, you don't know when I'm gonna call open forum or whatever.
You have to creep out, and that's embarrassing.
Yeah. I think it's, anybody else? Yeah.
How about 2 meetings and a holiday meeting being live? The reason why I'm thinking it just 6 months seems like such a long
Yeah.
period.
Well,
We'll forget what the heck we were voting on.
Yeah.
So that's
January,
two-
February.
Once every 4 months.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 months.
That's
So
Yeah.
April, it wouldn't be August.
And
because we've got
April.
April,
and then-
September.
yeah, maybe September?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then just, okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
okay,
good.
that works for me.
Yeah, because some of your older people don't do Zoom. There's a lot
That's
of
true.
people
No,
that
that's
don't
true.
do Zoom.
That's
So
true.
we have to offer.
So,
You'd be surprised though, how many
I know
older
lots of
people have said they love it. So,
I know lots that don't love it.
He's beating on the computer.
So 2 hybrid meetings,
Right. And then our-
and then holiday.
and then our holiday in person.
So that,
I like
Motion for
that.
April.
Great idea.
Hey Mary, I have something.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe the Brown Act is outdated with new conditions after COVID. Maybe we should go revisit.
well, I would love that because during COVID, they allowed us to do the hybrid meetings. And I think it was through the state legislature, because that's a law from the state legislature. They kind of put that on hold, but they brought it back so that it's back in, it's working right now. But when we talked to Senator Suzette Valladares and Assemblyman Lackey, we could really push with them on saying, hey, in this day and age, let's get rid of the Brown Act in-person requirement. I think that's a good effort on our, at least on our part, we're working to get that back.
Yeah.
How does that sound? Good?
I think it's good because, people love to interact and like me, I'm all the way across the country and I couldn't interact if I wasn't there.
Exactly, and this is wonderful that you are able to participate. That's what this is all about.
Yeah. And without that, we might as well not be here. All right.
So we'll talk with our legislators about that and see if we can get them.
But for right now,
Yeah.
I think we need to have a motion to go April, September, Hybrid.
April, September hybrid, in person in December, and all the other ones are Zoom. I will
Yes.
make that motion.
All right. Can I hear a second? Second by Chris and Catherine.
Yes.
Okay. Any more discussion? Anybody out there? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All
Okay,
right. That's it. Okay.
got it.
Oh, that brings us to open forum. Everybody gets 32 seconds if they want. All right, good. There's nobody like that. Oh, our next regular meeting. Okay, so our next regular meeting, Aguadosa meeting, is, man, January 8th, 2025. And we've already determined the format.
It will be virtual.
It will be virtual. And, okay. Anybody else have anything that's dead necessary to bring up? Because that food's getting cold over there.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
7:46, I'm saying it's a good.
Maria
Sure.
will be about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we can just take a break and.
Yeah, we can do that. All right. So,
All right.
I think we should also try and make an effort to get all future meetings over in 45 minutes as well.
We usually do that, Chris, you know, that's.
It's a good goal.
It's a good goal. Goals are good to set, that's for certain. But I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I will make that motion.
I'll second it.
Second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? This meeting's adjourned. Let's enjoy the food.